The truth about the 21-day habit rule. They say it takes just 21 days to form a habit. It sounds inspiring, a life-changing routine in 3 short weeks. But is it true? Today, we're unpacking the myth of the 21-day rule and exploring how habits really work. If you're ready to build lasting habits, keep listening. The origins of the 21-day rule. Let's start with where the idea of the 21-day rule came from. In the 1960s, a plastic surgeon named Dr. Maxwell Maltz made a simple observation. His patients often needed about 21 days to adjust to physical changes. For example, if someone had undergone surgery for a new nose, it took roughly 3 weeks for them to become accustomed to their new appearance. Maltz also noticed a similar time frame for patients who had lost limbs. They needed around 21 days to adapt to the absence. He shared these observations in his book, Psycho-Cybernetics. His goal wasn't to define habit formation, but to explore how the mind adjusts to change. Over time, Maltz's findings were oversimplified. Self-help authors and motivational speakers popularized the idea that anyone could form a habit in 21 days. It was catchy, simple, and inspiring. A perfect formula for audiences seeking quick solutions. But here's the problem. Maltz's observations were about mental adjustments, not the complex process of building habits. Fast forward to modern research, and we get a different picture. In 2009, Philippa Lally, a health psychology researcher, conducted a study at University College London. Her research showed that forming a habit takes, on average, 66 days. But here's the kicker. The time varied widely, from as few as 18 days to as many as 254 days, depending on the complexity of the habit. For example, drinking a glass of water every morning might take 18 days to become automatic. Committing to a daily fitness routine or learning a new language, that could take several months. So why does the 21-day rule persist? It's simple, appealing, and easy to remember. But real habit formation doesn't work on fixed timelines. It's about consistent effort, repetition, and aligning actions with your values. Understanding how habits are formed. Habits are more than just routines. They're deeply tied to identity and purpose. Let me explain. According to James Clear, author of Atomic Habits, every action you take is a vote for the type of person you want to become. Think about that for a moment. Habits aren't just tasks, they're reflections of your identity. For instance, if you write every day, you're not just completing a task, you're embodying the identity of a writer. If you go for a run each morning, you're not just exercising, you're living as a runner. This identity-based approach to habits makes them far more meaningful and sustainable. Instead of focusing solely on what you want to achieve, focus on who you want to become. Now, let's talk about the science behind habits. A habit has 3 parts. 1. The cue, a trigger that initiates the habit. For example, seeing your workout clothes laid out can cue you to exercise. 2. The routine, the actual behavior, such as doing push-ups or writing in a journal. 3. The reward, the benefit you gain, like a sense of accomplishment or improved focus. The more frequently you go through this cycle, the stronger the habit becomes. Neuroscientists call this habit loop reinforcement. But here's the challenge. Not all habits are created equal. Simpler habits like drinking water in the morning are easy to adopt because they're straightforward and have immediate benefits. More complex habits like starting a meditation practice require more effort, patience, and intrinsic motivation. This is where personal motivation plays a critical role. Jim Rohn famously said, "When the why gets stronger, the how gets easier." Why do you want to build this habit? If your reason is rooted in personal values, you're more likely to persevere. For example, if your habit is exercising, tie it to a value like staying healthy for your family's future. If your habit is journaling, connect it to a desire for self-reflection and clarity. Lastly, it's important to address setbacks. Missing a day doesn't mean failure. It's part of the process. The key is to refocus and keep moving forward. As Rohn said, discipline is the bridge between goals and accomplishment. Practical strategies for building lasting habits. Now that we understand how habits are formed, let's talk about how to build habits that stick. Here are 5 proven strategies. 1. Start small. B.J. Fogg, the author of Tiny Habits, emphasizes starting with micro-habits that feel almost effortless. The idea is to make success inevitable. Example, Instead of committing to a full workout, start with just one push-up. Example, if you want to journal daily, begin by writing one sentence. These small wins build momentum and create a foundation for larger changes. 2. Anchor new habits to existing routines. James Clear calls this habit stacking. By linking a new habit to an established one, you create a natural trigger. Example, after brushing your teeth, drink a glass of water. Example, after pouring your morning coffee, write down one goal for the day. This strategy takes advantage of routines you're already doing, making it easier to remember your new habit. 3. Design your environment. Your environment plays a powerful role in shaping behavior. Make good habits easy and bad habits difficult. Example, if you want to eat healthier, keep fresh fruits visible and hide junk food. Example, to read more, place books in high-traffic areas like your bedside table. 4. Leverage accountability. Social support can significantly increase your chances of success. Share your goals with a friend or join a group. Example, if you're starting a fitness routine, find a workout partner. Example, if you're learning a skill, participate in online communities to stay motivated. 5. Celebrate small wins. Rewards reinforce positive behavior and keep you motivated. Celebrate every milestone, no matter how small. Example, after completing a week of morning walks, enjoy a relaxing evening. Example, after journaling consistently, buy a new notebook to keep the habit fresh. Why the 21-day rule can be misleading. At this point, you might be wondering, if the 21-day rule isn't accurate, why does it persist? The answer lies in its simplicity. It promises quick results, which is appealing. But the reality is far more nuanced. Here are 3 reasons why the 21-day rule can be misleading. 1. Unrealistic expectations. Many people start a habit expecting results in just 3 weeks. When they don't see immediate change, they feel discouraged and give up. But habits often take longer to develop. Example, Emily starts a running habit but struggles after 3 weeks. She keeps going by aiming for a future 10K race. 2. Emotional complexity habits aren't just physical actions. They're tied to emotions and mental triggers. Breaking a bad habit often involves managing stress, boredom, or social pressures. Example, Mike tries to quit sugar but craves sweets under stress. Identifying triggers and finding healthier coping methods helps. 3. Life is dynamic. External factors like travel, illness, or work changes can disrupt routines. Success lies in adapting, not sticking rigidly to a timeline. Example, Sarah wants to meditate daily but has a busy week. She shortens her sessions instead of skipping entirely. The key takeaway is that habits aren't bound by arbitrary timelines. They're about finding what works for you, adapting when needed, and staying committed to your long-term goals. So, does it take 21 days to form a habit? Not exactly. It takes intention, consistency, and patience. Whether it's 21 days, 66 days, or a year, the goal isn't just to create a habit, it's to become the person you aspire to be. What habit are you working on right now? Think about it. The journey involves reflection, adapting to challenges, and persevering beyond the myth of quick fixes. With every small step, you're building a stronger foundation for the life you want to lead. Remember, as Jim Rohn said, don't wish it were easier, wish you were better. Every habit you commit to, every action you take, is shaping your identity and your future. Keep going. Your consistency will pay off in ways you can't even imagine right now.